This is how most aspirants' notes looks like. They look like a jungle. This is how after 1 year of your note making, this is exactly how they look like. So what you need is not jungle. Your note should look like something like this. They should look like a small landscape or islands. What are island tops? The whole point of your notes is to build a second brain, because sometimes your actual brain ditches you. It does, and there is a gap. So, and there is a limitation, right? And for all other reasons also, it is always good to have a place where I can just quickly glance through and then get certain cues that will remind me of the whole thing. You understand how the retrieval cues work, right? I'll just tell you one keyword and you get to remember the whole idea, everything about that topic, right? So the point here is, how do I solve for something that my notes don't look like a jungle? They look like some small pieces of island which I can step on, drill down, and figure out the whole idea about that particular topic, right? That thing is called as progressive summarization. There are certain paragraphs which are in bold, certain lines, certain out of those best highlighted points are there, right? Certain excerpts are there. There are certain bold key points. You will be able to quickly find what topic is it, and once you find that topic, you'll be able to quickly read through the whole thing. I'll show you one of the most compressed notes. Look at this. This is a actual notes of a UAP student. We'll cover first the most important thing, and that is note making, right? And all of this start with some of the aspirants that I have talked to, but I really want to understand from you guys also, right? Tell me, what is, of these four things, what is your note making strategy? All you have to do is, I mean, I could have done a poll, but you can just write A, B, C, D. Let's say no process is A, B, C, D. I'll explain as you answer. No process is, I have no idea. I'm just beginner. I have no idea how to make notes, right? Probably school में थे तो mostly NCERT है, उसी को copy paste कर लिया या NCERT में highlight कर लिया. Probably that's my best thing, right? Single use random is, sometimes I go to library, sometimes I find something, I think I will forget it, so I write it. But probably I don't know if I will ever go back to it, right? So retrieval is a problem. Here and there, no clarity. Dog dumping is, I am someone who is so process oriented that I keep making new A4 sheets, this, that, 19 colors of, I don't know, highlighters and those things, right? But all they are just bulky docs, etc., right? They're just like that. I don't know how to use them for my exam, etc. Last one is network note. Network notes is basically e-notes, digital notes. If any of you are using Evernote, blah blah, all those things, you see those double click you can do on a particular keywords. Do you know this? Like you can highlight a keyword and double click under that. You can go. It's a rabbit hole. You can keep going down, etc. Those are network notes, right? Please answer A, B, C, D. Okay, I think mostly people are B and C, and the third one would be no process. Cool. I mean, for all three of you, it makes sense to 100% makes sense to attend this session, right? Cool. What are the three common approaches of making notes? It's in front of your screen. These are the three ways people mostly make their notes, right? And this all comes from all the toppers, wisdom, etc. You have a single notes. Like I have a particular topic, health or education. You're very, you just make right then and there. You just come across something. You just make a specific piece of information. Could be a definition. Could be something that a place or place of interest or something on the map, some river, something very factual came across your attention, either newspaper, standard source, etc., or YouTube video. You just wrote it, just a single standalone uh, unit of information. You keep it somewhere. That is one. Of course, source based is, this is Lakshmikant notes. This is this notes. That's, and of course topic based. So health, education, society, whatever syllabus basis note. These are the three ways, right? Tell me here, people, like, what kind of notes do you make mostly of these three? If you are making notes, are you able to classify in these three, or is there something else that you're doing? Please be honest. I mean, that's when it helps. Correct. So it's mostly going to be source or topic. Okay, cool. Now, once you have these notes, what do you do? What is the next thing that you do? Anyone raise a hand and I'll unmute you. This is going to be a interactive one, okay? Because I need to really solve your problem, so I need to listen to you first. Otherwise, it's just going to be some session you attended. I just need to make sure that next time you make note, you actually know what you are doing. So I need to talk to you. Just raise your hand and I'll unmute you. I just want to ask you, what do you do after you have made topic-based notes or source-based notes? Can you unmute, Kajal?
Hello.
Yeah, what is the next thing that you do once you make source-based notes or topic-based notes?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. So when I get done with my making of notes, so particularly, I just hope on them and try to revise them, and get over the things that I have maintained there and written there, and yeah, this much.
Great. So my question is this. You have made, let's say, 5 or 10 pages notes. Let's say there are 10 A4 papers. Front and back, you have made a notes of this topic. Let's call that topic X. On X topic, you have made 10 A4 pages notes, front and back. When you say I'm revising, what, like, are you reading through them? What is the process? Let's get very specific. Are you reading through, or are you like actively recalling what is happening? Because this is 20 pages, front and back. So are you relying on your memory that I will remember 20 pages? And this is just one topic, by the way. I mean, let's be honest, UPSC syllabus is like probably infinite, right? It probably doesn't end. So what is this? Like, are you remembering? Can you give me some more clarity there, Kajal? Okay, I think I'll ask. Is there anyone else who wants to answer the same question? Yeah, Rishi, please go ahead.
Hello, good evening, sir. Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Sir, after making notes, it's adding updating with current affairs and with practices.
But that is adding more things into the notes. No, that's a good point. I'm just saying, what do you do next? So you have made a note, 10 page front and back, then you're adding more stuff. Great. But
No,
what
sir,
is
definitely it's not adding more. If I made 10 A4 sheets per topic, then after the next revision, the 10 A4 sheets must cut down at least to 8, 7. That must cut down.
awesome?
And
How?
that must also be updated.
No, great. I agree. How? How will you cut down?
How will you conduct, sir? In between, we practice, right? We practice some sort of test or anything.
Okay.
And
No,
we also.
Your point is correct. I should cut down. I'm asking how. There are 100 people here. If they want to cut down their 10-page note to 7-page, how will they do it? Has anyone done it? I really need to know. How do you cut down? Because it's not feasible for you to revise 10 pages for one topic. Okay, Pravat says highlight. Okay, great. If you don't want to come or say, you can just write or raise hand. How do I cut down my 10-page notes to 6 to 5 pages?
Sir, either something the keyword, we should stick to more to keyword, and something we are constantly forgetting.
Great. I think you are spot on. A lot of people have said keywords. I think some people, I hope you can see my screen again. Some people are saying keywords. Some people just say yes if you can see my screen, and we'll move ahead. Pointers, subheading. Great. Okay. Let's see. How do we cut down? And let's just cover the topic and we'll come back to questions. This is how most aspirants' notes looks like. They look like a jungle. This is how, after 1 year of your note making, this is exactly how they look like. The point I'm trying to make by showing you this picture, so that you remember it for next 1 year, that is the whole point I should show you. That while walking through this forest from the ground, you'll be like, I know where is particular topic. I know how they're relevant. I know I've covered all the dimensions or not. That is good. But when you're revising 1 year, just future forward yourselves to 1 year, and just 1 month before the exam, probably 3 months before the exam, when the revision things kick in, and your answer writing and you're writing or attempting mock test, you will find certain gaps in after you have attempted a mock. Let's say you attempt a GS ka paper 1 mock and you realize out of those 20 questions, I knew the good answers for the 10, but other 5 or 7 questions, there is a gap in my knowledge, and the answer to fix that gap is revise. Now you need to, those 7 questions are from particular topic. Agreed? How do I find those topics in this jungle? You'll go crazy. So, and most of the people, you don't have this thing like e-notes or digital notes, okay? Where you can do control F, search, blah, blah. I mean, I'm all for the digital notes, but sorry to say, the number of aspirants I talk, they prefer handwritten. I'm not sure Janta here prefers digital or handwritten notes, but most of the people, I don't know. I personally also prefer handwritten notes, right? It somehow works. It's more active. Anyway, the point is, don't make a jungle out of your notes. And the simple reason is you will struggle to find exactly particular topic, right? So what you need is not jungle. Your note should look like something like this. They should look like a small landscape or islands. What are island tops? They are a topic. Let's say you are struggling to answer any questions on education policy of India. You go to that notes, you realize, okay, education policy, this is the island, but that doesn't help. I need to drill down. I am forgetting a lot of this stuff. So I need to get more context about what is there in education policy, what are the social implications, what are the new policies, what was there in current affairs, how can I create a contrast or comparison with other countries' education policies, what is the history of education policies in India, what are the gaps, problems in it, how do I critically analyze anything, zillion dimensions. That can only come when you drill down and step on that island. But on the top, you should understand this is where that note is. I'll simplify again. Your notes cannot look like this. This is how their notes look like. Like most of the notes are like jungle. They're not able to find a particular topic. They're not covered all the dimensions comprehensively. There's a missing gap. And I'll show you exact example of how toppers notes are and how they are built, right? Through exact process. The whole point of your notes is to build a second brain, because sometimes your actual brain ditches you. It does, and there is a gap. So, and there is a limitation, right? And for all other reasons also, it is always good to have a place where I can just quickly glance through and then get certain cues that will remind me of the whole thing. You understand how the retrieval cues work, right? I'll just tell you one keyword and you get to remember the whole idea, everything about that topic, right? So the point here is, how do I solve for something that my notes don't look like a jungle? They look like some small pieces of island, which I can step on, drill down, and figure out the whole idea about that particular topic, right? That thing is called as progressive summarization. These are the kind of notes that after a period, once you keep building them, they compound over a period of time. Compounding means they keep getting richer. They keep covering more dimensions. They keep involving new current affairs inside them. But at the same time, they don't become bulky. So how is this possible that I keep enriching my notes, but they're also not becoming bulky? On the opposite, they are becoming more compressed or crispier. How's this happening? Like more comprehensive notes, but extremely, compressed. That is what progressive summarization is. So generally, the fundamental principle is your note should be highly discoverable. If today, let's say, I'm just taking a random name, let's say Ashish, he's struggling in particular topic. He should be really fast, like really, it should be so easy for him that he can quickly find where are my health notes. That is what the discoverability is. He should not be wasting time of zillions of A4 pages. यहाँ है, वहाँ है, अरे इसमें तो वो topic नहीं है, वो नहीं है. Although he just can't afford this, especially when he's near the exam. So we are trying to balance discoverability. But guess what? Once Ashish finds health ka notes, he has another question. He's thinking, ये पूरा तो है ना, और कहीं से तो नहीं ढूंढना. Is this comprehensive? Am I missing something? Should I be going to that website? What about that topper? I didn't do that magazine. I don't do this magazine. I'm not reading current affairs. Should I go to the current affairs program that I enrolled? Should I look at what they are covering there? That question is what the understanding part is. One part is, can I find the topic in my notes? Second part is, do I understand the topic in my notes? And that is what progressive summarization is. That is the balance. People, rankers, they are somehow and I'll show you the exam. Somehow they're able to strike this thing कि मेरे नोट्स में ना सब कुछ होगा और मुझे आता भी सब है, पर मैं ढूंढ भी जल्दी सकता हूँ उस चीज को. That's what progress. I'll show you the actual example handwritten notes. How do you build progressive summarization? Before we go ahead, let me see, something is going on in chat. No, there is no going. We are not putting this on YouTube. There's no recording. So stay here. Now I'll make sure we don't put it on YouTube if you leave. So stay. People who want to take notes of this, आप note ले लो इसका. And if you don't want to, you can take a screenshot. ठीक है? Because ये PPT share नहीं होगा. So I'm just saying because you'll forget. Again, we are building second brain. So either you write down the strategy or take a screenshot. Okay, what is progressive summarization, right? The first thing is, what is the layer one, right? Layer one basically means your original source. Layer one could be, let's say, those who know our current affairs program, Samachar Manthan, we give PDFs, or any other magazines, current affairs magazines in the market is your layer one. That is the first notes. You want to talk about layer zero? What is the layer zero of current affairs? Can someone say? What is the most original source of current affairs? Layer zero is the most original source. Newspaper. Great, Damayanti. So that's what the layer zero means, I hope. So what is the layer zero source of polity? What is the layer zero source of polity? History, any subject? Lakshmikant. Great. So now you're getting it. Layer zero is the most original source, जहां से हम लिखेंगे. Layer one is your first notes. Generally, if you're a beginner, you will not have some reference point, some structure in your head to how do I, on what basis should I make notes from Lakshmikant? So if I have 10 lines in Lakshmikant, on what basis am I saying I will not make notes of these 8 lines? If you're a beginner, you'll not have that basis. You're like, ये भूल जाऊंगा, इसको लिख लेता हूँ. That's what your basis is, honestly. All right, that's what. Or you'll be like, this seems like important. लिख लो. These are, I'm being very honest, this is what your basis is. And there's nothing wrong with this, by the way. You don't have a basis. If you are someone who have attempted, probably, let's say you have written mains, you have a very intelligent way of writing your layer one notes. Layer one is your first time notes, okay? You'll be like, PYQ में तो नहीं आया, क्यों लिखूं? You see now, ये वाला topic, this particular topic is not a recurring theme in UPSC paper 2. Why should I write this? This particular topic is kind of easy. I just know it. I have a very good understanding of this topic. I don't think I need to write it. I'll probably remember it. This particular topic is my weakness. Keep on forgetting it. I really need to write this down. You see, your way of filtering from the layer zero source, original source, to write your first layer of notes will keep getting evolved as more attempts come. Now, I understand. No one here wants to give more attempts. I mean, that's the whole point, right? I should not be attempting the next one. So no one, why will you look forward to it? So, I mean, except if you get thoda piche ka rank and then you want to improve, right? That's probably the only case. So in this case, that's why having a basic fundamentals of understanding syllabus keywords, looking at PYQ when you start, I see, because there's a lot of beginners. So I'm assuming you guys have done this exercise. You have gone through at least 7 to 10 years of PYQ, prelims and mains both. And then you have gone through syllabus, probably again and again, 2, 3, 7 times. I don't know. Okay. And that should become your, this thing, making your layer one notes. Second thing is your gut feeling. It's just intuition. मैं भूल जाऊंगा. This particular thing I'll forget. I should write. Okay. That's okay. Now, once you are done with your layer one, right, comes the layer two. You want to, this is now you have A4 paper. Okay. So you're highlighting or making a bold. If it is digital, then you're making that line bold. And what are these lines? Which line should you make bold and highlight? Can someone answer? On what basis you're making particular lines in your notes bold or highlighted? Probably someone who's already doing this or who have done it. Awesome, great. You guys are smart. This is a smart audience. So if you don't know the answer, check the chat. People are already answering, right? This is the basis on which you should be doing it, right? Sometimes these are just headlines in a newspaper that you can literally use in the answer. I'll show you an example. Animesh has done it. So, right, same thing. You're highlighting the passage only now. Sometimes you bold particular paragraph. In that paragraph, you're highlighting 1 or 2 line now. That is layer 3. Layer 4 is just 1 or 2 line summary. All right. And then you can keep. Remix is nothing but the whole thing, the whole notes is in the form of diagrams now. Right. Let's see real examples. So from the above, what do you see? All you're seeing is diagrams, one liner, two liner. Am I correct? From the above. So when I am seeing only one, two liner topical keywords, do you think the discoverability is high? When there are only keywords, when there are only one liners, is the discoverability high or low as you go up? High. So will you be able to find topics faster, or will it be a struggle as compared to long passages, etc.? Right? So that's the whole point, right? And when you found that topic, when you have already understood, okay, this is the topic education, will you be able to drill down? Because you're not making just one liner note. उसके नीचे आप करते जा रहे हो ना bold. आपके पास पूरा note तो है ही. तो अगर आपको एजुकेशन टॉपिक में कोई प्रॉब्लम है, यू कैन ऑलवेज कम डाउन एंड गेट वाइडर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. नो, ऐसा नहीं है. दिस इज व्हाई आई से डू नॉट कॉपी टॉपर नोट्स. आई टेल यू व्हाई. बिकॉज व्हेन यू कॉपी टॉपर नोट्स, ऑल यू आर सीइंग इज लेयर 5 ऑफ टॉपर. आपसे वो सबसे क्रिस्प नोट्स देख रहे हो ना आपके. यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड देयर लेयर 1 नोट्स. You don't know what was their layer 1. You don't know what was their layer 0. That is why never copy, never study from toppers notes. They're no different from what you will make, except you'll have a different context. You'll have a different layer 0. Your brain is better at remembering certain topic जो topper को नहीं होगा. So hence your layer 1 will be completely different from theirs. But if you'll just check their remakes layer 5, you're like, हाँ सही है. But you don't understand, you're not able to come down for a context, right? Just say yes or no if this has become a very hard to understand concept, or I should say it again, something like that. Does it even make sense? Then I'll move forward. Ask me any question that you have till here. If it is all good, you can just say, yeah, I am including topics. There is an example. There are examples coming. Layer 1 is nothing but your original source or first note. Imagine you pick up Lakshmikant copy and you make first A4 notes out of it. That is your layer 1. From that A4, I will highlight some passages. That is layer 2. From that highlighted passage, I'll make 1 or 2 liner summary. That is layer 3. Of that 1 or 2 liner summary, I'll figure out some keywords. Layer 4. Of those keywords, I might make certain diagrams or some certain visual representation. See, not every topic will have layer 5. But you can always stretch, right? You can always, instead of depending on bulky paragraphs, you should be making your notes crispier, comprehensive, etc. for you to discover them faster, right? Yes, class notes are layer 1. You get it. But out of those class notes, there must be some most important paragraphs that you can highlight. Of those most important paragraphs, can you summarize them in a diagram or some visual representation? That is your layer 3, 4. So when revising or when writing answers and you're struggling in this particular topic, you will be able to quickly find which topic is it. And once you find that topic, you can always go down to find layer 2, layer 1, layer 0. The lower you go, the wider the knowledge will become, because you're going to the original source, right? And the higher you go, they will become more crisp. Hence, you'll be able to find faster, right? The page is same, guys. You don't have to make multiple notes. The page is same. You're just highlighting them. It will become clearer when I'll show you the actual example. But I hope abhi tak sahi hai. Here is a one example. Don't go on a topic. Topic is random, probably not related to civil service. But look at this thing. There are certain paragraphs which are in bold, certain lines, certain out of those best highlighted points are there. Right? Certain excerpts are there. There are certain bold key points. You will be able to quickly find what topic is it, And once you find that topic, you'll be able to quickly read through the whole thing. Let me show you. And this comes from, this doesn't have to be just books, right? So article, books, video, anything. Let me show you. Let me walk you through how to build layer 0 to layer 5. This is your layer 0. Newspapers, magazines, standard books. I hope all good till here, right? This is your layer 1. Your magazines, etc. This came from where? Newspaper only, right? But look at the left side of your screen. There's just one topic. Try finding that topic from the newspaper. Where is it easy to find a particular topic in that day's newspaper or here? That is the whole point. Why you should be making layer 5 notes. Why you should be able to sum up everything in one topic, one headline, etc. Because so that you can find. Now let's say under, I don't know, let's say under polity, point 14, blaming court vacation for pendency misses the real problem. If let's say lot of cases are pending in judiciary, ऐसे type का कोई question में आपको use करना है, you have no idea what to write here. You can quickly find under polity 14 number, and once you go there, you can find the wider reading concept कि ये है उसमें. But आप सिर्फ wider reading concept नहीं रख सकते. You can't find them then. You will struggle a lot. You have to make it crisp. This is your layer 2. On the right hand side, there are literally handwritten notes of rank 2 this year, like the original notes. All right, this is not made up. This is what he has written and used in his own exam. Two things you need to check: structure and framework, and they will resemble with how you should be writing mains answer. They are not notes. Notes are left side, bulky paragraph. That's not how you write mains answer. On your right side, you can this is how his notes are exactly how he will write in mains. Points, headlines, crisp headlines, underlines, quickly revisable but comprehensive. अगर मुझे recall करना है जल्दी जल्दी तो मैं ये सब नहीं पढ़ूंगा कि formed either on the uplift of land और ये सब. I'll just read coastlines of emergence, coastline of submergence, and then it will be recalled to me उसके अंदर क्या लिखने. You don't have that much time. So and look, can you do on the left side? Can you do the same strategy on the left side? That is the whole point why you should be gradually evolving from layer 0, from the original source to more crispier, comprehensive source that you can easily discover, right? Imagine Animesh is struggling to understand neutral coastlines of India. How many of you are able to quickly find a neutral coastline topic in his notes? सीधा दिख रहा है नीचे. So that's the whole point. But left side पे देखेगा. So that's the, you have to understand, if you don't do this right now in the beginning, there's a problem. This is just layer 2, by the way. Let me show you how top of the layer. A lot of people have already answered this. How do I make from layer 0 to layer 3 types? So syllabus keywords, PYQ themes, dimension, current affairs linkages. I mean, those are the basis points, principles on which you will highlight, you will do those things, right? These are very subjective things. Your brain, if you're very confident about, I know the syllabus keywords, I don't need to do this, please don't do it. But just be honest with yourself, okay? Don't just do it because others are doing, etc. Just make sure that they work for you. If you really want to make sure that I want my notes to be very relevant to the exam preparation, then please use PYQ themes and dimensions as the highlight point keywords, etc. Right? You can just write, this was the question that came in this topic, right? So I'll just show you one example of how Animesh made his notes based on PYQ themes and dimensions. So you can see the questions on the top. 2018? Yeah, 2018 groundwater depletion question is there. And this is his note. I'll just wait 10 seconds. You can just read through. Please check the highlight part. Just crisp one-liners. If your notes are bulky, you're probably doing something wrong, okay? This is how it should be. This is not my notes. This is not a random thing. This is rank 2. And he has only given one attempt. First attempt. I'll just wait 10 more seconds. You have to absorb this. They're very crisp one-liner. Then another thing I want you to notice, Look at how he's writing the framework. Look at the last thing he has written: way forward. Then he's written introduction, facts. He's giving data. India has 18% of world population, but only 4% of world's water. So ये सब headline introduction है. So he's writing like a mains answer, right? So that's what he wants to replicate in. We have one of the series where we say quality of your notes decides your rank, or decide at least quality of your answer. So this is the quality of notes, and then you can see the quality of answers he must have written, right? So this is based on PYQ. That's another basis that which you can make notes. One more example. So I think the PYQ is 2019. It's on the, I think, mangroves and coastal ecology. And please check the notes. This is probably very good example of layer 5 notes because he's using visual representation, highlighting, diagrams. I'll just wait 10 seconds. Please absorb. Please understand the dimensions he's covering. He's writing threats to mangrove. He's writing conservation. Look at the right side top. He's writing case Gujarat mein, case 2, case 3. Quickly, he can just like look at the way he will be revising during exam, right? Must be very fast. And there's PYQ. So you want to hit your notes very close to this thing, right? This is your ideal scenario. Make this as your benchmark when you are making notes. I'll just again wait 10 seconds, just absorb. If you want to take a screenshot or something, you can. Cool. We'll move forward. This is layer 4. This is summary in your own words. Look at this. This is about the soils. All soil done on your left side. All natural vegetation done on your right side. This is what I meant by islands. Does it look like island or a, I don't know, like a forest? So that's the whole point. This is your ideal scenario you have to make. These are real notes, by the way. I'll wait 10 seconds, absorb, read through what he's writing, why he's writing particular thing. Summarize in your own words, keywords, right? Of course, there's a lot of factual information. So you can see temperature, rainfall, etc., centimeters, and these are all factual. But that's the whole point because he believes he'll not be able to remember this. So might as well just write down and just quickly keep revising, etc., right? Because the guy works in office, he's a working professional. So he used to say, जब मैं कैब में भी जा रहा हूँ, इधर उधर जा रहा हूँ, मेट्रो में यहाँ वहाँ, ऑफिस में भी ब्रेक मिल रहा है, मैं बस इसी को फोन पे glance through कर रहा हूँ. So it's top of the mind. You just have it, all the factual information also, right? Great. I hope you understood, right? This is again another example of layer 4. So much information packed, very crisp. On your left side, you have notes on health. I think right side is a complete another example of health. This is a health notes. So please don't understand कि इतना मैं कैसे याद आएगा. It's his brain. He has made notes based on his requirements. Schemes he has written for cancer, TB, non-communicable diseases, WHOs, COVID, food waste, hospitals, nutrition, everything there. I'll wait 10 seconds, absorb. Sustainable development, all the dimensions covered. This is layer 4. Now what I want to tell you is, imagine I'm not able to write down something on sustainable development goal. Okay, there's a question came on health. और मैं भूल ही गया. I just couldn't remember, or I know I should be writing SDG goals on health. I just don't know what. I don't have the content. I just forgot. You should be able to come down quickly and find out SDG लिखा कहाँ है मेरे notes में. यहाँ पे लिखा है. And now once you have these SDGs, you should be able to read wider. So in this notes, he hasn't, but this is one of the page of his total notes. But if you go turn certain pages, you'll find SDG का पूरा लिखा हुआ है. He's written everything on SDG wider. But the point is, on top, you are able to discover where is that topic. And once you have discovered, you can just go on a rabbit hole of your own notes until you want to hit the original source. If you want to hit layer 0, you can. but that's the whole point. So the deeper you go, from top to lower you come, layer 5 to layer 0 you come, you have a lot of wider reading context. And you need it because you forget topics, you forget dimensions, you need it. So don't misunderstand me कि बस यही छोटा सा लिख दिया notes हो गया. I don't mean that. You have to have some wider notes also behind these, right? Again, health topic notes, mental health topic, sorry. Euthanasia का topic है on your right side. And probably these are written like as a mains answer only, right? This is another, once you have made notes, how do you use them in an answer? So the one that I used as a water resource one, he's just directly picking up from there only. Look at his headline, India with 4% water resources. Can all of you read the headline? Okay, let's go and check his notes on water. Look at the headline here. India is 18% of the world. So he's already able to recall. This is his notes, yearly notes, and this is actual his mains smash mains answer copy at CD. This is his answer copy. So he's able to recall from these notes because he's writing as a mains answer only, right? So you make sure that the quality of your notes is, you believe in that is what actually defines the quality of your answers, right? Again, another question, but same topic he's using. Look at the headline, same. And other things also, right? So now I hope you understand the balance between discoverability and understanding. I want to stop for 1 minute. If you have any question, please ask. You can either raise hand or just type in chat. As a beginner, going to take a lot of time. Yeah, but it will only take once. The time only take once. See, you don't want to look at the cost or efforts. You want to, your eye should be on the, like, what is the gain, right? We should make notes from day 1, like layer 4. No, you can't. You can't make day 1 layer 5. Not possible. You only evolve up to that. Gradual process, multiple revisions. You can make. Yes, Devansh, that's the point. Is everyone with me till here? Are you able to understand the whole point of making these kind of notes? Does it even make sense to you to do this process? Resources are original sources. How to collect resource? The answer is just basic sources. I just showed you the picture of all the layer 0. That is your newspaper, magazines, etc. You don't integrate all 5 label in one page. 10 pages become 7, 7 becomes 4, 4 becomes 3, 3 becomes 1. And that one last page is layer 5. So when you read that one page, you can discover faster, you can revise faster, but you'll get stuck on certain topic. So then you go from layer 1 page to 3, for 7, because you want to cover that topic wider. That's the whole point. All of the PYQs are key areas, yeah. Probably the one way is, what is the most recurring question or theme that is coming? That probably one, but I wouldn't give one topic more importance than other. And that's just foolishness, right? Because who knows what UPSC will do. Yes, you can integrate current affairs. How many iteration make notes level wise? That's a good question. I mean, the whole process is extremely subjective, right? And you don't need to, for each topic, you don't need to hit level 5. Even Animesh didn't. On certain topics, he just couldn't. He's like, layer 3 is enough. इतना तो मुझे चाहिए ही पड़ेगा. इससे ज़्यादा crisp और क्या ही बनाएंगे, right? So it's a very subjective question. I mean, if there are a lot of people who just write one word, and that one word helps them recall the whole thing. Seriously, there are people like that. So when you, I don't know, you make 5 layers. I'm not sure, Ansika, what you're asking. Cool. Okay. I hope I've answered. So when you are making note crispier, when you're going from layer 0 to layer 5, you are compressing. And when you're coming from layer 5 to layer 0, you're getting wider, you're reading, you're getting too much detail about a topic. Both are important, right? So maintain a right balance of both the things, right? Let's take some example. This is I'll show you one of the most compressed notes. Look at this. This is a actual notes of a UAP student. This is a polity note around majority. One page done. I don't need to go to Lakshmikant ever again. That's what I'm talking about. So if there is a struggle in understanding, if she forgets कि इसमें क्या है, what she'll be going to either to layer 0, that is Lakshmikant, या फिर और इसके पहले वाले notes में. But generally people don't need to after 1 or 2 reading. All they need is just 1 or 2 keywords. Visually I can understand what is the topic. फटाफट revision किया आगे बढ़ो. That's the whole point. That is how this preparation has become smarter. These are the new ways people are cracking in 1 or 2 attempts. And I think it's our responsibility to keep talking to these toppers and keep showing new aspirants. These are the ways that are working nowadays. So I'll show you more examples. Again, you can see a few notes. There's again adhering to mains structure. You can see the whole note is in the structure of mains answers. Right? All I'm trying to convince you that please don't make paragraphical notes, bulky notes. That's all I'm trying to persuade towards. Please make notes very clean and kind of non-bulky, and try to see ki, can I write my notes like a mains answer. You can see, look at here, like look at the kind of information compressed here. So diagrams and all, everything, right? Let's see more. This is again one of the students. She has made digital notes and पूरा map ही covered कर रखा है यहाँ पे annotate करके. That's it. One notes and majority of the things here. Centuries here. Right. Same thing here on specific keywords for better retention and remembrance. All of these people are in the list. Okay. I'm not saying these are correlated. I'm just saying it just happens. These people are able to remember very fast, revise very fast. And I'm sure you guys have been watching YouTube, talking to a lot of toppers, etc. And one thing that stands out in this example is how many times can you revise? I mean, we all understand certain topics, but at the end of the day, if I don't remember during the day of exam or in the exam hall, I mean, what's the point? So I mean, they're just optimizing for that day, that exam day. उस दिन याद रहेगा कि नहीं? Can I make it more crispier? Economy notes. Showing the actual notes of our students, and please make these as a benchmark. Don't make notes all your whole life कि अब तो notes ही बनाना है बस. That's what UPSC preparation is. ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ मैं. But I mean, I'm just making a point here that it is 10 times better than those bulky notes, and I hope you guys agree. So that's all I'm trying to tell you. That's the whole point here, right? There are flash notes. These are all freely available, by the way. Just wait for 10 seconds. You can scan. You can just download. All right, it's on the website also. You can download all the static flash notes. You can just, if you are in ORN, you can walk to any printout shop. You'll be able to get flash notes there. Flat notes are made on the same progressive summarization philosophy. So you can see very high, bold, double click on that and you'll be able to read wider, summarized, highly discoverable. It's the same philosophy, right? Extremely crisp. So they are both. For example, these are all the national parks covered here. Covering all the dimension. National park में river कौन सा है वहाँ पे, किस state में है, what kind of species are there, all those things. So covering all the dimensions, but again, very crisp. Don't want to do them bulky, right? Cool. All
Hello,
right.
sir.
Yes.
I'm having one doubt.
Yes.
Sir, up to January, sir, मतलब मल्टीपल रीडिंग्स और नोट्स मेकिंग कैसे हैंडल करें? मतलब समझ नहीं आ रहा कि इतने 5 लेवल तक जाना है और रीडिंग भी करना है.
What do you make notes of? That's how we started the whole session, right? Your layer, let's say you have Lakshmikant book. How will you make your first note? On what basis?
Yes, book basis, sir.
No, I get it, but on what you'll write it in some page, right? Some A4 page.
Yes, sir.
What will you choose to write and what will you choose not to write? On what basis?
Sir, syllabus and PYQs.
Great. So let's say you're reading Parliament chapter, and you thought that this particular theme is recurring in prelims and mains. I should be writing this. Seems like important stuff, right? And that thing you'll write. And then there will some things that you're like, ye to main bhul jaunga, a lot of factual stuff. Probably I'll forget, so I should write this too. Both of these things are kind of subjective to you. You choose to do it because you think you will forget, or you think this is important, or this particular topic is in the keyword, or this thing has been coming in exam. This is your own decision. So first layer is always extremely subjective. That is extremely contextual to that aspirant, ranker, etc. That is why we always say, do not copy rankers notes. Do not read from them. You can get inspiration from them. You can check how they made it. You can see what is their structure and framework. But आप सिर्फ ऊपर का layer एक दो highlight पढ़ रहे हो ना, you don't understand the context that they have. So to answer your question, how many revisions, how many times you'll have to go from layer 0 to layer 5, that's extremely like subjective, right? Like depends on how much you can remember. Let's say you made layer 1 notes from polity parliament, you attempted a mock test, and then you ended up realizing the notes that you made missed two of these dimensions. You'll come back, add those 2 dimensions from the question you got wrong from those mock tests in your notes. Now your notes has become more richer. Did you get the point? After 10 days, you read a editorial in Hindu newspaper that talks about something around constitution or parliamentary government, right? And then you want to add those things. So your notes have become more richer now. So that's the whole point here. And when you keep revising, you realize इसको और छोटा किया जा सकता है because this या इसको highlight किया जा सकता है, right? You don't want to make it one-liner, highlight. That's the point I'm trying to reiterate again and again. You don't have to, for everything, you don't have to reach level 5. Not everything can be visually represented. I'm just saying, please make them crispier so that you can revise them. Avoid bulky stuff, right?
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yeah, I hope, Akash, that answers your question.
Sir, I'm feeling that time is very less. So how to cover
When are
this?
you attempting? Wait, when are you attempting?
25, sir.
How is time less?
12 months, sir.
Dost, Animesh Pradhan, the notes that you're saying, he's just attempted once. And that is 1 year. So 12 months are not less. Probably if you are, I mean, if you're struggling with something or you're confused about your preparation, talk to someone in CD, get some clarity around how you should cover by what month. But fundamentally, I don't think anyone believes today that 12 months is less. I don't think any aspirants believes that. Yes, go ahead. Someone else.
Very good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, how to make the notes? Like you said, some students write like by using only one keywords, and you can recall everything.
That is the keyword. That is the good question. So that's what I've been answering. That is the keyword that they have reached after revising that note again and again, updating that notes again and again. That's the whole point here. Don't think keyword directly, bas likh diya.
Okay, sir. So means
that is not the first time they have written that keyword. They have reached there after layer 0, 1, 2, 3 की. अब बाकी का याद करने का जरूरत नहीं है.
So means the only skill for generating that skill is to revise each time, right?
Because that is the only way you will realize ki, oh, I don't need to remember other things. I already understand and remember. All I need is ki this keyword will trigger all the learnings or understanding I have around the topics, right? There are certain topics that you just can't make crispier, right? So each one for their own, please be conscious of this facts. Har kuch ka bas one word mat likh dena, theek hai? Highlight, of course, things that resonate a lot with PYQ, meaning that have high relevance, that have been recurringly asked in civil service exams, prelims, mains, right? Of course, spend more time with the resources that interest you. What third point basically means is that there are particular kind of FOMO that comes after certain months. I'm saying this because a lot of you are beginners, first time attempting. After few months, there's certain kind of FOMO that kicks in. Ye to kar liya, but there are new things again. Should I do that book? Should I do that magazine, etc.? You can completely trust me. There are certain standard books. Just please stick to them. And you talk to any topper, that's what they'll say. Limited resources, etc. So spend time with the resources that you already have and that are easy to understand for you. Certain people just get polity from, I don't know, like DD Basu, and certain people just don't get it from DD Basu. They're like, yeah, pata nahi. So if Lakshmikant works for you, please, by all means, okay, don't get into the FOMO of UPSC का कोई tie up थोड़ी है DD Basu से कि they'll only ask from there, right? So they're also conducting exam for beginners. Why will they discriminate for you guys? So minimize how much you highlighted every year. Like, of course, like a lot of people, they highlight everything, and that very thing loses the whole point of highlighting. So don't do that. All right. Highlighting by definition means like there are only particular things that are most important in this particular paragraph. Okay. Great. I think I have covered the progressive summarization.